Does anyone have a cigarette around here?
Don't you have paper to write? Maybe you should stop looking for distractions and look for some inspiration.
Wait, are you telling me you know where I can get information on acting?
Sure, acting's everywhere. Come take a walk with me. First stop, method acting. Method acting was made famous by the teacher Lee Strasberg. Famous students of his include Marlon Brando, Anne Bancroft, Sidney Poitier, and even Robert De Niro.
Wait a minute, I know method acting. It's where actors use experiences and memories in order to live a role. It was created by Stanislavski because Stanislavski used it in the earliest 20th century in Russia.
Correct. You're not as lost as you thought you were. On to the next one. So, what do you know about improv acting?
It's where actors make it up as they go, right?
Yes, but it's also one of the oldest forms of acting, created in the 16th century. Even to this day, people still use it in the rehearsal process. Actors Charlie Chaplin and the Marx Brothers used it in front of the camera. Improvisation teaches actors how to communicate clearly, be aware of the other players, and to also be confident in reacting spontaneously.
So, who created it?
Well, no one really created it, but it was made famous by a lady named Viola Spolin. She used it in her teaching, and then a guy came along called Keith Johnston from the British Theatre, who eventually used it in the games that we play today.
All right, I'm ready for the next one then.
Good. Then you're ready for traditional acting. Traditional acting can actually find its roots in ancient Greece. It's a form of acting that molds all kinds of acting techniques so it caters to the actor himself. You imitate the action instead of doing the action. In old times, actors used to over-exaggerate the motion so that anyone in the audience could understand what was happening.
Okay, so in modern day acting, body language and movements are an important tool to the actor.
Right.
Hey, I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Good, because the next one is the very opposite. It's experimental acting.
What's experimental acting?
Well, it's something that hasn't been tried yet. Traditionally, the writer writes, the director develops it for the stage, and the actor does as he's told. However, actors realize that they're actually just as creative as the director, so they started getting more ingenuitive and decided to become directors of their own. Thus, experimental acting.
Why have I never realized this before?
I'm sure you know more than you let on. Tell me about presentational acting and representational acting.
Presentational acting requires an actor to reenact social traits or character traits.
Right.
While representational acting requires the actor to reenact personality traits.
Also right.
It requires the actor to reenact daily lives and reveal things about their personality.
Right. See, I knew you had it in you.
How did you know I was going to know the answer to that question?
Because I'm your self-conscious, and this is a dream. Now wake up and write that paper. I really want to get an A.
I was only asleep for 15 minutes.